Police Chief Brett saying that he doesn't believe that Leilani, the mother, should deserve a Thanksgiving that Quinton does. It is just heartbreaking. What else did he share about the circumstances of her arrest, where and when it happened?
We know she was picked up from her home and taken to the Chatham County Detention Center. That happened just as they were making that arrest or making that announcement on yesterday. They told us that they didn't want anyone to have any exclusives in this case. They would release this to every affiliate here in Savannah at the same time. And they kept their word to that. I can tell you that they called the news directors and they gave us a heads up that there was an announcement coming. They made that announcement. And we know that she was quickly booked into the Chatham County Jail.
An accident, another question that did not get answered at this evening's press conferences. Listen, since October 5th, Leilani Simon's family has been on social media. They told those audiences there that if they believed Leilani had done something wrong, they would have walked her down here to this detention center. Today, the Chatham County Police Chief saying that did not happen. Of course, Leilani Simon expected to be in court at some point tomorrow.
Let me tell everybody the events of today.
Are you okay to do that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This morning, I get up. I go to the place where I know I can drop things off to Leilani. And on my way, I grabbed a hold of the steering wheel and I prayed that Jesus would take the wheel. So after that, I get back home. I bought her some clothes and some cigarettes. I get back home. I get a call from the place that she was at telling me that Leilani has checked herself out. Well, they want me to come pick her up. And I've already made it very clear that Leilani cannot come back to my home. So
we know she was picked up from her home and taken to the Chatham County Detention Center. That happened just as they were making that arrest or making that announcement on yesterday. They told us that
I made a call to the FBI. Whenever I made the call to the FBI, I let them know what was happening in the current circumstances. And I called the place that she was at again. I stalled some time because that's what I was asked to do. So I went and picked Leilani up about 11:30, 11:45 today. Whenever I picked her up, I took her to get all of her belongings to another place. Whenever I left from there, I took her to Chinatown Buffet and let her have a meal because I knew already that it was going to be the last free world meal that she was going to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave from there and I take her to the FBI office. And I sit at the FBI office for 4 hours. And I hug her and I tell her that the best thing she can do is just be honest and tell the truth. Now, Leilani still at this time is holding to her words that she didn't do this. Now, because of the way I feel and the way I believe and because of the circumstances that has happened over time, I don't know that I can believe my daughter. But there is a part of me that wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So I hugged my daughter for the last time today. For a very, very long time. I hug her for the last time. And I tell her that she has got to figure out a way to take accountability for the things that have happened in her life. Not only in this situation, but in every situation over time. And that she's going to be in a lot of dark places. And in those dark places, it's going to feel lonely, but she will be able to get through it. And that all she has to do is pray. And I hug her. And I put my hands on her arms as I back away from her. And then whenever I walked out the doors, they started reading her rights.
we know she was picked up from her home and taken to the Chatham County Detention Center. That happened just as they were making that arrest or making that announcement on yesterday. They told us that
It's impossible for baby Quinton's remains to be released only a few days after being confirmed. It's downright impossible for those to be his remains. It takes weeks, if not months, for families to get the remains of their loved one.
Let's not forget Georgia Crime Victims Compensation Programs eases the financial burden faced by violent crimes by covering expenses related to funeral expenses as loss of income or support.
BJ is the one who brought, a lot of that is going around. BJ is the one who brought Leilani to the FBI where she was arrested. You need one? It was at Walmart. Try Walmart. So let me bring up again. Excuse me.
She was picked up from her home and taken to the Chatham County Detention Center. That happened.